Welcome to this lab. We are doing my VMware's vSphere 6 course. We are doing Lab 19 templates. So what we're going to do is we're going to get logged into vCenter. And once we're logged into vCenter, we are going to be making our E732C into a template once it lets me log in. All right, now that I'm logged in, I'm going to go to Hosts and Clusters. We're going to go and right-click on our E732C. We're going to go down to Template, and we're going to click on Convert to Template. You'll get a warning message. Do you want to convert this to a template? Yes, we do. Give it a minute, and it is now converted to a template. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up here to VMs and Templates. And underneath Training, we have Labs, we have Servers. We're going to make a new folder for VM, make a new folder for VMs and Templates. We're going to call this new folder Templates. Expand all the folders. You're going to see that underneath Labs, we have our E372B, which is not a template. We have C, which is a template, which I'm going to drag that down to templates. All right, now that we've done that, let's look at the data store for E732C. Related objects, going to data store, iSCSI1, looking at E732C, we're looking for this, the VMX file. You'll now see that it's a VMTX file, which is a template file, which for us, that's okay. Let's click Home. Now we're going to be going and we're going to be creating a new type of template. We are going to be looking for Custom Specification Manager in the Management section. So in vSphere 6, that's now called Policies and Profiles. So we're going to click on that. We're going to be clicking on this Custom Specification. Click on the little paper that has a little add sign. So once we're here, we're going to go through this wizard. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to leave this as Windows. The name we're giving it will be called Windows 7 E Answer. Give it a name and organization. So we're going to be calling this Student and CSN. The name that we're going to be doing will be E732A. Or we can go ahead, what we can do is we can have it just use the virtual machine's name instead, which that's the option that I prefer. We could do a product key if we want. For what we're doing, we're going to ignore it. Set our passwords. We're going to be using our classroom default. Password #1. Time zone, we're going to be setting to Pacific. We can do specific runs if we have specific scripts, which we don't. We can manually set up a network with the manual settings. For what we're doing, DHCP is fine. We could actually have it join the domain, which again, for what we're doing, not necessary, but we could. So I actually really like this feature when I'm doing like some type of VDI deployment. Depending if I'm doing the joining domain through the templates or through the VDI software, it kind of just depends. Generate a new CIT, I'm making sure that's checked. Review, finish. So we should have a new answer. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to go to VM and template. I'm going to right click my new template. I want to new VM from this template. We're going to be calling this E732A. We're going to be putting this on ESXi 1. We're going to be putting on ESXi 1, that's fine. Selecting storage, we're going to be setting this up on iSCSI 2. We're going to select customize this operating system and power on after creation. I'm going to select next, choose our answer file, next, review and finish. Give it a minute and it will go ahead and parse out our new VM. So while it's doing this, I'm going to go back to hosts and clusters. I'm just going to be patient and wait for this to finish. What will happen is you'll see that the target is called E732C. It should power it on as E732C, and then it should auto rename it to A. But we're going to see if that works, because that's still an experimental feature for vSphere 6. It worked 90% of the time in vSphere 5.5, but this process does take a while, so I'm going to pause and come back when it's finished. So that took a few minutes, and once it actually showed up in my inventory, it was named E372A. And if I am correct, it's already logged in. It's going through its restart process now, but it sysprep and it did everything. So this makes it a lot easier to deploy VMs using an answer file. I'm going to let it restart just to verify. But yeah, it should be exactly what we needed. So on the second reboot, it's actually doing the sysprep functionality right now. So I'm just waiting for the wizard to finish so I can verify its name and things of that nature. Alright, so it took a few minutes, but it did. Alright, and some of the networking profile options. I want to see the computer name, and it is called E732A. So that's actually the end of this lab. I'm going to go ahead and power off my newly created VM. Get back to my vCenter, and now I have an A, a B, and C, which will be a template. That's the end of this lab.